Hey, a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top day to you wherever you find yourself. Once again, soldier of self-mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living, self-empowerment life coach, Santos Jr. right out of Stockton, California, at your service. It is Saturday. If you are a gambler, a problem gambler, if you are an addict, or if you're looking for some way to begin changing, transforming your life, I'm encouraging you to watch this video in its entirety. Okay? With that said, let's get started. By the way, if you like, once you like what you've heard and you begin to apply what I'm sharing with you in this video, share this video, share it. It's gonna help, it's gonna contribute to your transformation, my friend. Donate financially to this mission. I'm accepting $100,000, $1 million, whatever. My link is secure. It's going to be below. And I'm also offering some part-time coaching. If you need an accountability partner, a brainstorming partner, if you need somebody that can understand what you're going through, that has already been there and has escaped, my link, my coaching link, will be below in the description box area. So remember, share, please comment, and give me a thumbs up. Now, people ask me, Santos, what have you done? How have you been able to overcome your problem gambling? I'm going to get into that here in a few minutes or within a few seconds. Now, not only have I overcome problem gambling, I have also overcome other addictions in my life. And in fact, some of these addictions or bad habits I didn't even know I had until I began to dig around and overcome problem gambling. I come from a very, very difficult background. Trauma, confusion, no purpose, fears. I had an acute fear. I had a very strong fear towards men because of the way that I was brought up and the abuse that I suffered at a young age from my own father in my own home. And I didn't know that until recently. It's really strange that I tried to manage my life in this world going through what I did, but by the grace of God, I've been able to break through, and I'm going to help people. I promise I'm going to help people. I'm already helping folks. I'm going to continue to help people. So please pay attention to what I'm going to share with you in this video. Okay? You have a gift. You have an amazing gift. In fact, your gift is so amazing that you probably are not really aware of how amazing and phenomenal this gift that you have, which is your ticket. Okay? Which is your ticket to freedom. This gift has been given to you by your Creator. Now, if you've never studied the brain, if you don't understand, I'm not an expert with the brain, okay? Please understand that. All I know is I was able to use my own mind and life hacks or tools to get myself from point A to point B, to break through, to break that door down, to climb to the top of the mountain, okay? To be able to hang out in the valley and to be able to understand the ability that I've had. I'm a short man. I'm only 5'4". I'm about 156, 157 pounds. I've lost some weight over the years. I'm 52 years young. I hail from Puerto Rico. I was born in Cuamo. I was raised on the East Coast, and I enlisted in the United States Navy. I served 8 years, and I find myself today here in California with my wife of going on 23 years, and my children are all grown up. My son's a Marine, my daughter and my wife's other daughters, they're just out there doing their thing, okay? Now, how have I been able to break through a 32 plus year problem gambling along with all of the other addictions? Remember earlier I talked about the gift that you have? I've learned a few things about the human mind that I didn't know, that I didn't understand. Now, there's a lot of research out there. There's a lot of studies about the human mind. And there is no, personally, I believe that there's a lot of information out there. A lot of it is very valuable. A lot of it is very intriguing. It's almost mind-blowing, some of the information. I've studied a little bit about the mind. I've studied how it works and how you can actually change or learn how to create neurological pathways in your brain. If you want to break free from that habit, if you want to break free from problem gambling, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to create new neurological pathways. In other words, you're going to have to remold your brain from where it might be right now, from where it's been in the past. I've studied a little bit about the SEALs. I've listened to some researchers. I've listened to I've read documentaries. I've watched videos on studies that they have done on the human mind. And I'm telling you, my friend, if you haven't done that, then you really don't understand the gift that you have. I'm sharing this with you because I really want to encourage and motivate you to begin a study about your brain. Now, of course, if you want to break through. If you don't want to break through, you're not going to do anything about it. What I've learned about myself and what I've learned about these different areas is that, when you look at people, when you look at leaders, when you look at the military, when you look at business owners, when you look at women leaders out there, when you look at young people, even teenagers that are out there doing things that almost defy the odds. You've got people that have broken through from smoking crack, drinking, drugs, traumas of all kinds, problem gambling. And you wonder, how are these people doing this? Some of them are going through different methods. I believe that one of the quickest methods that you can begin using on yourself to get yourself to where you want to be is, number one, as I said earlier, you got to learn how to create those new neurological pathways that begin firing in your brain very quickly. How do you do that? I honestly, I was thinking about myself, and I'm learning more and more today because I didn't know exactly how I was able to transform my life from 32 plus years of problem gambling, and that's where it started for me. What I have found is this. Number one, I have changed an image that was inside of my head. I've managed to change that image, okay, very profoundly. Number two, I've not only changed, but I've been able to continually transform my mind. Okay, your mind can be changed. I've said this before in my videos, and as I continue to educate myself, I'm going to share information with those of you that are willing to listen, follow, take notes, and apply. Your mind is pliable. Okay? Your mind is very pliable, and in order for you to change the person that you are, you must change your mind. You must change the way you think. You have to absolutely change the way you think. Check this out. When you go gamble, or when you do that addiction, whatever it may be that's harming you, that's very painful, you're dealing with a lot of pain. You're bringing pain upon yourself, and you know you're bringing pain upon yourself. You're willing to go through those kinds of extremes to continue that habit. But yet, some of you are not willing to endure the pain of saying no to temptation. That is painful. It's very painful. Okay, it's a different kind of pain, but it is. When temptation or a trigger hits you, within seconds, you have within seconds to make a decision to distract that thought. Okay? Yeah, it's a work. It might be even painful for some people. That's why they don't do it. Now, I'm giving you some food for thought here. Hopefully you'll take some of this information and you'll run with it. Now, stay with me. I'm gonna do my best to keep this video short. Through repetition, through exposure, okay? How do you train your brain? How do you change? How do you develop neurological pathways? I don't know how all of this works. I'm not an expert when it comes to your frontal cortex or the base of the brain. What do they call it? They call it, there's the hippocampus, there's the root of the brain where your flight or flight response comes through. There's a couple of areas of your brain, right? The left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. Now, I'm not going to get into all of that because I'm not an expert there. But all of that works in conjunction with your body, with the way you speak to yourself. When you expose yourself over and 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 over to certain images, guess what happens? You create a habit. Think about that, okay? If you want to create a different habit faster, what do? Obviously, if your problem gambling, it's because you've been exposed to it enough times and you've planted the seed and it has become a habit. You basically have paralyzed yourself. You have hypnotized yourself, okay? So what you want to do is you want to hypnotize yourself, okay? You want to do it righteously and naturally. How are you going to do that? Through repetition. You got to pound, you got to mold. It's like beating meat, okay? If you want to change your life, my friend, this is what you're going to have to do. This is what I did, okay? I began to change the way that I spoke to myself. Number one, I began to get in front of a mirror. I began to change the vision. See, I began to change the vision that I used to have. I used to believe I was a problem gambler. Today, I'm not a gambler. I am no gambler, okay? I have nothing to do with gambling other than helping people get free. You got to change the image in your head, okay? And you can start doing that by watching videos. You can start doing that by reading books. You can start doing that by journaling. You can start doing that by talking to yourself. Repetition, repetition, repetition. That's what I did. I found ways to beat my brain. I found ways to beat those images. And I got very creative with what I was learning from videos, from books, from seminars, from people, from programs. Now, a lot of this other stuff out there, a lot of the stuff that's out there doesn't work. It may not work for you, but I'll tell you what, you can sit in the privacy of your home and you can pound your brain with videos. One video that you feel attached to that's going to help you build that confidence and that belief in yourself that you can do this, that you can win over problem gambling is going to help you, my friend. A book, whatever it takes. Again, Anthony Robbins talks about immersion. Zig Ziglar talks about if you want to change, in a couple of his videos, I've heard him say that if you want to change your life, you want to change your attitude, you want to change your altitude, you got to change your attitude. And your brain does not know the difference, between something that's imagined, something that is imagined, or something that is actually happening physically. So if you learn to repaint a picture in your mental mind, your mind is going to begin to accept it, but you have to repeat it. You have to repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over, my friend. I know I'm kind of being a little bit strong in this video. People are asking me, Santos, how did you overcome? When I first started doing these things, it was a little bit difficult. It was awkward. It was painful. But again, are you willing to stick to the pain of going to the casino and losing everything that you have? That's pain. Or are you willing to endure a little bit of the pain of saying no and reprogram your mind, right? Taking the time to reprogram your mind. You have to get an image. You must get a different image in your mind. You must get a different image in your mind. You're going to do that through these life hacks. In fact, I talk about this. I talk about it in my book. Okay, the book's not on Amazon yet. It's going to be back on the shelf probably within a week. There's some things that I have to fix in this book. But I talk a lot about what I'm sharing with you in this video. It's all about repetition. That's the key. It's all about changing your mental image. That's the key. It's all about changing the way you speak to yourself. That's the key. Yes, you're going to go through some pain to make these changes. You're going to go through some pain, a little bit of pain. It's not difficult pain in order for you to do these things to yourself. Why? Because you're not used to it. You want to know the truth? I'm telling you, you have an amazing gift. And that is the mind. And God has given that to you for you to use it. Now, here's some food for thought. You can take it, you can leave it. You have a choice, okay? You have a choice in the matter of breaking free with yourself. I do offer coaching. If you need some help, I offer coaching. The link will be below in the description box. I offer coaching for results. I offer a free 30-minute consultation if you're interested in speaking with me a little bit more about building a platform, a foundation for your life, a blueprint to help you get there faster. That's what I'm about. Okay? It's not about shortcuts. Well, it is to a certain degree, but you don't want quick fixes. You want shortcuts that are going to help you stay the course. Stay the course. And I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to end here. Okay? It's going to come through repetition, whatever it takes, right? Change the image that you currently hold. Only you know what image you're holding on to right now. And only you truly know how you're speaking to yourself, especially when you're alone. You get those two things going for you, I guarantee your success in just a little bit of a matter of time, my friend. In fact, who knows how quick it may happen for you. People have asked me, again, Santos, how did you do it? That's the major nucleus of how I've been able to do it. And I understand how the mind works. I understand what it takes. I understand that you've got a phenomenal mind. I understand it's a powerful gift that our Creator has given us. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please share it. Give me a thumbs up. Comment below. And remember, you can do this. You can do this. You have a choice. You have to learn to give yourself permission. I can give you some videos you can watch. I can give you some information. Again, if you're interested in coaching to help you on a more personal level, my link is below. Once again, soldier of self-mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living, making a super fantastic, terrific, over-the-top Saturday in spite of and because of. I'll see you at the top, on the inside, at the very top. On the inside, on my next one at the very top, my friend. I salute you. Peace through strength.